Listen.
You people want to get wild? Yeah. You want to get real wild? Do it. It's a Kentucky board gamer in the house.
Now let's get out there and melt some faces.
What's going on, everybody? Tim here, the Kentucky Board Gamer, and I've got another game to check out today, and that would be Cutthroat Caverns from Smirk and Dagger Games. Ugh! Glare! There we go. Anyway, I have had the pleasure of playing this, and I own a few different things, so I'd like to show you and mention just briefly about all of them. It's only for me, but I mean, I'm still happy to have it. I have two expansions. I have expansion pack 1, which you can see here, and I have expansion pack 3, which you see here. Now, you'll notice that 3 is considerably larger than 1. There's a reason for this. We'll get to that in a minute. But first off is Cutthroat Caverns. This is 2.0. It's expanded rules, updated cards, tells a little bit on the back here. It's for 3 to 6, 14 and up, and takes about an hour and a half to play. They're pretty spot on about everything. I let my 12-year-old daughter play it, but of course I went through and seen if there was anything really racy that she shouldn't be seeing. And to me, as a gamer, it was more just because it's violent. You know, you're killing and stabbing things and backstabbing and all that. So I let her play this, and she loved it as well. Now, this game is basically, and I don't know if he'll like me saying this, if Kurt will mind. I mean this in the biggest compliment ever. This is Munchkin on steroids, and the way a game like that should be. We started as a family with Munchkin, and that game my wife got completely addicted over because of the, backstabbery and helping and all that. Well, when I brought this game to the table and we learned and played it, she loved it. It's amazing. It's 10 times better to me than Munchkin, and it's everything Munchkin tried to be but couldn't live up to. Now, that being said, I will not mention that name again. This game is backstabbery at its best. You're fighting these monsters and beings and slimes and oozes and all this other stuff, and you're just trying to come out ahead. Now, some of the things require you to work as a team. For instance, some monsters need help being killed. Others do not. And sometimes you just don't give a blank. So you might want to hurt the player sitting next to you, across from you, or on the other side. Just because you can, because you want to be a bleep. I'm trying to keep this one censored. And that's fine. That's how this game plays. And that's the best way to play this game, is to make sure that when you sit down at the table, nobody's feelings are going to get hurt. Because if anybody's going to get their feelings hurt over a game to begin with, they're probably not the person to play it with. Not only that, but if anybody is going to get their feelings hurt over this type of game, they should probably look into other games. But that being said, if you're like me, and every once in a while you kind of want to hand it to somebody and just be like, here you go, deal with it. That's the most fun, when you're not worried about hurting their feelings sometimes, because you just want to be a jerk, and this promotes that kind of play. It's, Smirk and Dagger, hi, I'm going to stab you in the back, buddy. And it plays wonderfully. It says right on the box, without teamwork you'll never survive, without betrayal you'll never win, and it couldn't be more truthful than that. This is a diceless RPG style card game. So, before we look at the expansions, I'm going to slide them off to the side. We're going to open this box up and check out what's inside. Now, this one, so I swapped everything around is what I did. So, we're going to look at Tombs and Tomes really quick, because it has all my cards and stuff that are open. So you get a life tracker, and this is for the creatures. It's nice thick cardboard. It's wonderfully done, and there are some little glass beads that you get with the game as well. These are for your life as well as the life of the creature and the encounters. You have coins, heads and tails of them. There is -1 hand size, barriers, heads and it. Okay, you have your ability. These are the cards that you can attack with and all that. Here's the ability cards. These are your cards that you play against to attack for 50, you attack for 25, you can attack for 0 if you want to do so. Now let's put them in there, and then you have your character ability cards, which each character has an ability. You have these awesome design, and I really like this, character cards, which mean that I can put the glass bead on here and go around the edges. Sorry if I'm not holding it in the camera. And then you got all these goodies. Now these are all monsters and rooms and all the good stuff. So you're basically, like I said, you're going to be fighting monsters. You're helping and hurting each other. You're trying to get the most points by the end of the game. Now, the cool thing about Tombs and Tomes, they actually have some scenarios to play through, and that is so cool to me that there's modules for this. You also have your you have your regular rulebook, which, like I usually say, is perfect. It does everything. Doesn't have to be all nice and shiny. It can be black and white like this, and I am happy as long as everything is laid out nice and neat. And in this case, again, it is. So, quality. That's what this game carries along the whole way, too. You have, in your Tombs and Tomes, you have a special little rule book. You have a favor tracker. This is for Loki. And you have, I already showed you this. And then in Deeper and Darker, which is the expansion pack 1, which is already in the game itself, you have a list of things that are different and specify certain abilities and things like that. Now you also have a relics deck, event deck, and quest cards. Those are all wonderful things to be to play, but because it's just me that is really into this theme and these style games, I didn't get to do the quests or any of that stuff yet, unfortunately. However, I have read through a little bit of them just to kind of scratch that itch, so to speak, and they are awesome. From what I've read, they are completely awesome, and they deserve to be played. So I'm going to make it a goal to try and talk my wife, my dear old pops, and my daughter Trinity. I'm going to see if I can get all 4 of us to play through a quest and do some of a module, just so that I can get that enjoyment out of it. It's not them, but it is me. So I do want to check that out. Now, with all 3 of these, has anything really changed a lot? Yes and no. Does it make the game better if you have the expansions? The scenarios, the modules, and that sort of thing? Definitely pick up 3. If you have 1 and you're looking to see if these are worth it, they are worth adding to it. If you don't have Cutthroat Caverns, just the regular copy, I suggest you pick it up. If you or anybody else likes the game of that shall not be mentioned, because I wouldn't say their name anymore, if any of you guys like that game or your friends, get that one. 10 times better. So that is Cutthroat Caverns, Deeper and Darker, Tombs and Tomes, and the original. So, again, Smirk and Dagger Games, which also came out with another brand. So maybe we'll be able to talk about that in the near future. So anyway, 14 and up, 3 to 6 players, and about an hour and a half to play. Is it worth it? Ugh, sorry about the glare. Is it worth it? Yes. Go buy this if you like dungeons, if you like dragons, if you like crawling through caverns and dungeon delves and stabbing your friends in the back. Get this game. Worth it.